Stephan Hawkes here with Guitar Tabs Daily at my very own Hawkes studio. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Rockett Audio Designs Blue Note, which is a blues driver style pedal, but does a whole lot more. I'm going to be playing my 2015 Les Paul G0 into a Matchless Independence 35, a 1977 Marshall Blackback 30 cab with an SM57 and a Royer 121 on it. I got the Brownie here regulating the voltage. So yeah, pretty simple layout. You know, it's got kind of the tones you would expect on a blues driver style pedal, but it's got a couple little options in there that make it more versatile and kind of sound better. You know, basically just normal controls: volume, gain, tone. Then there's a fat knob, which just kind of gives you more body, and then you've got a hot switch for just having different kind of levels of gain. So this can definitely do more high gain than, if you want, than a traditional Boss blues driver sound. But it also does the traditional, mid gain stuff real smooth and really nice. So let me play the clean tone that I've got set up for it. Nothing crazy. Just kind of a fat Les Paul clean on the verge of breakup. And then, yeah, I've got the gain at about half, volume all the way up, tone actually kind of low, and the fat all the way up with the hot switch up. So you can hear right away, it's very transparent. It kind of carries the sound of the amp, but it's got a nice creamy fatness to it. I don't have the gain all the way up, so obviously you can get a little crazier than that if you want, but that's just a really nice sound. I can back it off and get even a little bit of a darker. So it'll do kind of that, kind of earnest, bubbly, low-end, fat kind of sound. It sounds really good. If I turn the hot switch down and just turn the gain up, you get kind of a little bit of a different sound. And I really just don't feel like there's like a bad sound. I mean, you can dial anything in, to sound bad, I guess, but this is pretty straightforward and just has I don't know, when I was a kid, blues driver wasn't a cool pedal to have as like a 90s kid. You wanted all the maximum distortion or, something grunge pedal, something like that. Obviously that's just like a 13-year-old way of thinking stuff isn't cool. But the blues driver is a really cool pedal and has obviously a lot of people have used it to good effect. And this just seems like a better blues driver to me. It's just better clarity, doesn't have that kind of pedal boxiness or flatness that sometimes the Boss, the blues driver can have, which again, if you like that sort of thing, great. I mean, obviously pedal's been around for a billion years. To me, this is like a hi-fi, boutique-y version of the thing where you get the actual amp. The amp sound really shines through. And it just sounds nicer. It's also just built like a tank. The knobs feel great. You can roll them up and down with your feet, and you don't feel like you're gonna crack them off. It's really great. Super solid. I mean, it's one of the most heavy, dense, solidly, made pedals I've ever felt. Kind of, you could really brain someone with this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a little bit of a higher gain sound and juice the tone. One thing I did notice, if you start juicing the tone on the pedal, it can push the amp and even getting a little bit more high gain, which is a great option to have because, again, blues driver is not known for their high gain, but this one can do it. So yeah, it just takes like a fuddy. Yeah, it's a fine clean, but it's just like there's nothing special about it. It just turns it into this rip roaring. You know, now I'll take that over a DoD grunge any day, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's just I don't know. There's like it's got the sound you expect. It's like it's just a real overdrive. Doesn't have like a pedal kind of like I said, like a boxy kind of pedal sound to it. It really just has like the purity of whatever amp you plug it into, you get with the pedal. Um, it just sounds really good. Honestly, like it's a simple pedal, simple features. They all work exactly as expected. It's really well made. The other thing that's cool is if you take an amp that's already overdriven and then kind of just use it as a boost, and you got to set it up a little differently, but it does a really nice job of that. So I'm going to put the matchless on its overdrive channel. Then kick in the blue note. So yeah, you just get like a true, I don't know, the sonic signature of it is, you know, it's not like it doesn't sound like anything. It clearly has a sound, but just not, it's working with the amp. It's not just doing its own thing. It just kind of sounds like you're able to push the amp and take it to another level. And it gives everything a little bit of like a focus, which is great. You know, it's not like an all out like change your entire sonic signature sort of pedal. Yeah, I really liked this setting right here, just on the lightly overdriven matchless. It's just yeah, it's like creamy, and that was always the thing. Like that was always the blues driver thing to me, was like just like a creamy, nice low mid kind of focus to it. They were never about being shreddy or sizzly or like super high gain. Um, but I find this one to just be like so pure and just carries the sound of the amp forward. Really great sustain, as you heard. You know, just does that. You know, if I play without it. Now I got the juice for that to like work. You know, just takes something that's like fine and just makes it like pushes it to another level. So yeah, I think this pedal's great. You know, whether you're going from a clone. I mean, that's just like overdrive. Like that just that's like literally just like classic like, do you want amp overdrive? Like that really sounds just like quintessential. It just does the thing. So yeah, Blue Note from J Rockett Audio Designs. You know, if you're just looking for a classic creamy overdrive that's got all the parameters you need to kick your sound up to the next level, built like a tank, functions perfectly, couldn't be more solid. Love it. Sounds great. So it's like a blues driver, but sounds better than any blues driver I ever heard. So Yeah, I think this thing sounds great. Great job on that, J Rockett Audio Designs. Blue Note is an Overdrive winner.